pickup trucks have evolved to being more than just your average workhorse vehicles. Manufacturers have made them strong enough so that you can go off-road with them, and at the same time, they can be capable commercial vehicles. Some have even made the leap into being lifestyle vehicles, which is to say that they're strong enough so that they can do your bidding, whatever it is business that you might have, and still show up in that same automobile, coat and tie, and not look bad stepping out. Now, one such vehicle that has evolved to being a lifestyle vehicle is this, the Mazda BT-50, the all-new Mazda BT-50. It's got a heck of a lot of new tech, new safety features too, with an engine that hopes to push fuel efficiency and power in the same time, wrapped in a package that looks damn good. Do you need help purchasing your car insurance? Head on over to AutoDeal.com.ph/car-insurance. Here, you can compare prices and customize your insurance coverage from many of the Philippines' top providers. When you've selected the insurance that's best for you, simply fill out the application and complete the transaction with ease through Visa, MasterCard, GCash, GrabPay, or PayPal, and receive your policy within the next business day. Get the best deal on insurance with AutoDeal. Okay, so it's no secret that Mazda and Isuzu have been working hand in hand to create this pickup truck. And while the BT-50 and the D-Max do share same parts, Mazda has done well to set it apart from its, well, twin, as you can say. The prices, however, that's actually much closer than you think. The entry-level manual transmission 4x2 BT-50 comes in at 1,390,000 Philippine pesos, but this range topper, this 4x4 automatic, comes in at 1,790,000 Philippine pesos. So you can tell it's actually very close in price-wise to its Isuzu counterpart, if you will. The question is, what has Mazda done to differentiate this from all the other trucks out there in the competition, especially of that its twin? For starters, Mazda has put in the Kodo design language touch all over the front face of the vehicle. You get a distinctly large Mazda grille at the front, flanked on either side by two sharp LED headlights, a well-sculpted hood, and a smoothly styled bumper. You also get LED fog lamps with halogen marker lights that, in total, give it a very imposing look, doesn't it? Kind of mean. Now, down the side, it's actually very clean, not very many lines to talk about. It's the broad side of the barn, really. It's a pickup truck. There really isn't much to talk about, apart from maybe the roof rails found up on top and the repeaters found on the side mirror. Now, it's important to note that since this is a brand new pickup truck, Mazda has given the first 200 customers of any variant in total a little something, a little extra. You get a fall skid plate, these covers above the fenders, and a cover by the rear. Now, these, we don't know if Mazda is going to be offering these things to the customers after the first 200 purchase them, but I would assume that they should because they actually look darn good, don't they? I think so. Despite its more lifestyle-oriented looks, the BT-50 still comes with all the makings of a rough and tough pickup truck. It comes with a wading depth of 800 millimeters and has 235 millimeters worth of ground clearance thanks to its 18-inch wheels that are paired with 260/60 series tires. Now this is somewhat of a conundrum. I have never had any complaints about the design of Mazda's exterior. I don't even know if that's a term, except maybe this. This might be the first. I'm not a fan of these 18-inch wheels. In fact, the wheels on the 4x2 for me look a little better because this black area here is actually a little smaller on the 4x2. Truth be told, I would have loved to see even larger wheels on this pickup truck because I think it can carry it. It can, it'd be like John Travolta, the only guy that can walk around with white pants back in the 70s, maybe even in the 90s. But this truck would be able to do it with much larger wheels. However, the engineers would probably say you'd screw up the entire ride, so that would be a bad idea. Just saying that it could carry it, okay? Moving on to the back, it's basically your standard rear, large, very large lights that make it look very, again, like the front clip, very imposing. You have the bed cover, which again also is just for the first 200 customers. And again, I hate to repeat myself, but we don't know if Mazda is going to resell it to other customers. And then when you open her up, thankfully, it does come with a bed liner to help you not scratch your things and your car itself. Another thing I would like to mention that I'm not the biggest fan of with this vehicle is that while most trucks have an assist for the tail, the Mazda does not have one. And I wish it would, because she's a little heavy. Yes? Oh yes, she is. As this is a pickup truck, its bed measures almost 1,500 millimeters in length, a little more than 1,500 in width, and 490 millimeters in height. This equates to about 1,120 liters worth of space at the back. Speaking of space, and since this unit does come with a bed cover, simply open her up, tug on the two strings, and fold it to reveal all that glorious cargo space. Similar to the D-Max, the Mazda BT-50 comes with about 1,000 kilograms worth of payload capacity, which puts it right in the middle of the pickup truck competitors. Now, the rear seats of the BT-50 is actually pretty standard. There isn't much to talk about here, apart from the fact that ingress and egress is actually quite easy. And that's because the amazing thing is the plushness inside this car. Now, depends on how you look at it, whether Mazda is aiming to be or they're already there, but their approach to being a premium brand goes to show in this, even their most extremely rugged vehicle. The plushness of the seats is actually very, very nice. Now, toys back here include, I only noticed this now, or did I notice this earlier? Yeah, this is a parcel hook. You get two cup holders in the center armrest. You have a USB charging point here, two air vents that you can control the airflow here, two speakers up on top, and then of course bottle holders on either door. Oh, and also for the, shall we call them weekend warriors out there, there is also a compartment that can be found underneath the seat that will reveal, oh my goodness, I found it, Jack. It's our double-sided tape. Did you know this was here? You didn't, did you? Oh, you did? I did. Oh, okay. Then it's not a big secret then. So you ruined the video, Jack. I mean, seriously, play along every once in a while. Come on, man. It's not gonna kill you. Now, when you get into the business end of the Mazda, you've got power seats to help you get into your proper driving position. Power seats only for the driver, however, none for the passenger. But then you are greeted by this absolutely gorgeous looking dash and front cabin. The first thing that I noticed was that with its mechanical twin, it had sort of like two humps here on the dashboard. Mazda decided to keep it flat. Really adds to its much more premium look and feel. Speaking of premium, you get a lot of soft touch materials in high touch areas such as this, the dash, door cards, and on the seats, armrest, and on the steering wheel as well. The premium feel even continues with the dual zone automatic climate controls, as they have this nice reassuring click to them whenever you switch them on and off. While there are still plastics that can be found in the cabin of the BT-50, these lean toward more the durable side and are located in areas where they would be well used. Nevertheless, these blend in well with the premium look of the interior of the BT-50. However, there are still piano black plastics which are scratch magnets that can be found in areas, well, high traffic areas that you're going to be touching and putting your keys on and stuff, and it's just going to create a mess, and then it's going to be scratching. And that for me is a bit of a Debbie Downer. The Debbie Upper, I don't even know if that's a real term, but anyway, the good news is that you have a massive 9-inch screen that doubles as your reverse camera. It has Apple CarPlay, wireless Apple CarPlay, mind you, and Android Auto. While it does, I have to admit this, it does take a while to boot. The good thing is that you really don't have much to complain about because it's a massive screen, and like I said, you have wireless Apple CarPlay. Oh, and not to mention the 8 speakers found inside this thing. It is amazing in sound. It's not a Bose system as you would find in the top-end models of Mazda, but nonetheless, they sound really good. Similar to other pickup trucks, the Mazda BT-50 now comes with a whole new set of safety features. These come in the form of the advanced driver assist systems, which gives the pickup truck lane departure warning, autonomous emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, automatic high beam control, and forward collision warning. Now, the other tech and safety features of the BT-50 include driver, front passenger, curtain, side, and knee airbags, ABS with EBD, electronic stability control, parking camera, parking sensors for the front and rear, a rear differential lock, hill start assist, hill descent control, and of course, the advanced driver assist system. Driving the BT-50 is as you'd expect. It's bouncy. It's a pickup truck, as you'd expect. But I'll tell you this, it is a lot better than the previous generation. Bouncy as it may be, the suspension is still confident in what it does. Body roll is kept to a minimum, and the tires, well, they still communicate everything that's happening underneath you very well, regardless of the imperfections on the road. Beautiful as it may be on the outside, this thing can still be a workhorse if it wants to, because truthfully, it can take a lick and keep on ticking. Even on road terrain tires, the Mazda BT-50 does well to insulate you from the noise that's going on outside. Like this Fortuner that's about to pass me, can't hear him for nothing. It's on highway speeds, however, when you start to hit 100 kilometers per hour, actually anything past 90 kilometers per hour, is when there's a little bit of wind noise that starts to creep in. The same can be said about the engine when you really want to ring it. The thing about the engine, though, is that you don't really necessarily feel like you will ever need to ring out the engine because the torque comes in at pretty low revs. So getting the truck going from either a standstill or from 60 kilometers per hour up to 100 kilometers per hour is easy peasy, literally Japanesey. Handling-wise, you can say that the steering wheel is a bit on the heavy side. I think the heaviest part of it was when I was driving it on grass, and it was a little difficult when I was maneuvering the automobile. But on the highway, I like how that weight feels. It gives it a very stable ride. I mean, you are in a pickup truck, so you are going to feel the bounciness of it. So having a heavier steering feel just makes for a much more confident ride or drive. There is one thing I want to add, and it's the fact that this car can be a little bit of a Karen or a Marites. Allow me to explain. The sensors inside this thing are a bit of on the sensitive side, especially if you're going to be changing lanes or even just getting close to the lane next to you without using your indicators. And if you do that, well, to be honest with you, it goes exactly that. And that's not the only thing either, because the cross traffic alert too, any car that comes remotely close, immediately the light starts coming on. There was a dog that crossed me 20 feet away, and I wasn't traveling more than 15, 20 kilometers per hour, and it started beeping. Good thing, yes. Bad thing, no naman. But if it does get to a point where it becomes annoying, you can turn the driver systems off. I'm just saying that it can be a little bit of a Marites every once in a while. Once you feel the turbo starts to spool and the boost kicks in, it will put you back in your seat. And it's a very good feeling. It's not a violent one, no, not at all. But it is a feeling that will leave a lasting impression and a smile on your face for quite some time. Up front is a familiar 3-liter turbo diesel engine that produces 187 and 450 Newton meters of torque, mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, as I've mentioned before, all the variants of the BT-50 receive the exact same engine, so we can expect almost similar fuel figures, except maybe obviously for the manual transmission. But in this automatic transmission, which is the 4x4, you're getting about 8.5 kilometers per liter inside the city. And believe it or not, when it clears up ever so slightly, you're already doing 11.5. Pretty cool. And then on the highways, where it gets better, because you can easily do 17 kilometers per liter. Now, once you've done all your research, you've seen this video, checked out the prices and specifications on our website, and you're on to the next step, which is getting yourself a test drive. And if you've ever driven a Mazda before, do understand that this is definitely not like the other products that they sell, which are all unibody. This is, of course, a ladder frame product, much like the SUVs that you find out there, like the Monteros or the Fortuners. So the ride is definitely going to be different. What you will find to be similar to Mazda, which I think they're pretty proud of, is how great really the interior looks and feels. be told, the 2022 Mazda BT-50 will be referred to as a lifestyle pickup truck simply because of, well, how good looking it is. Guwapo kaayo bay. If you think about it though, you could also refer to it as a sleeper because underneath this sleek exterior is a pretty capable pickup truck.